Hi guys, and welcome to part 3 of the series of videos where I show you how I draw ponies. In this episode it is time for colour. In the previous 2 episodes we did the sketchwork and then we did the inking, and now we are going to do the colour. So just going to open the picture for you guys here. Here is Fluttershy in all of her magnificent glory and our reference picture. So this is still here because we're going to use this reference picture as our colour samples. So how I usually do it is I do the line work on a hard brush and I do the colour on a soft brush, and I can increase the size here, and I will be making a new layer. Increase the size. So what we're going to do is the main body is obviously yellow, so we are going to fill in the area of the body with the base colour here. So let's get going. Now with this layer I'm going to put it underneath everything else. I've just lowered the opacity a little bit as well. So, well, I haven't lowered the opacity, I have lowered the flow of it. So we're going to keep the colour nice and soft to start with, and I'll fast forward through this. Okay, so the colour for the body is done, and next up is the mane and tail. And we're going to do the eyes last. So we're going to pick the colour from her tail, and again I'll fast forward through this part. So now for the most important part of the character is the eyes. So we're just going to fill them white for now. And the highlights have already been drawn in on the top sketch layer. So we have the highlights already. So there's the base colour pretty much done for Fluttershy. And the next thing to do is add light and shadow. And this is the part where it gets kind of fiddly. So I will try and talk you through what I try and do in these things. So with where you need to decide where the light source is coming from, and since she is looking up toward the right, I'm going to have the light source coming from the top right. So what we're going to do is we are going to select a colour here, make it a kind of pale sky blue kind of colour, make a new layer that's going to go over the top of this one, then select the fill tool, right click on it to get the gradient tool. Drag it from the right down. So now we know where the light is coming from. It's coming from above her, so the shadows underneath the wings are going to be quite dark. So we've made another layer on top. Bring that down below the blue. Select the colour. Make it darker. So with this early stage, the colours are quite muted and a little bit lighter than they will be later on. Just adding where the shadow should be. So there should be a shadow just under her chin. And now we do more or less the same with the mane and tail. So just make this colour darker. Press OK. Again, keeping this stage very loose. Okay, and we're going to add a highlight to the eyes now, so just bring that colour up a bit more. Now we're going to lower the opacity and add a little bit of shadow to the eyes. Then we add the highlight, so we turn that to full opacity and make the brush hard. Then lower the flow. Okay, now we can start adding some light to the rest of her. So see, the light is coming in from the top right, so the lighter areas on the top of the wings, make that soft brush again, make it bigger. Flow is okay, we'll just leave it like that. So at the moment we're just building up some texture for the background here, in case you were wondering what was happening. So now that you've got basic base colour down for the background, the main body and the mane, the next thing that you want to do is obviously you need to improve the certain details have gotten lost, and what I tend to do is just make new layers on top and just re-establish the line work a bit because it's still pretty messy. So we're just going to do that here. Basically the exact same technique we used before. It's just over the top of all the rest of the colour. So yeah, I'm just going to continue drawing with this and have a look to see who joins the live stream. It is currently 9:25 here in the UK. And I have been working on stuff all day, video editing, blah blah blah. This will be added to the Etsy shop. This is still counting as portfolio work, amazingly enough. So yes, so we are going to continue with this. We're just adding some more definition to the line work here. Things are still very messy, but that's how we like it. This is how we roll over at the Mad Munchkin Art and Illustration Company. We do things messy. Take that as you will. You're not on your own. So don't forget, guys, to share this live stream around, like I keep saying. That will really help me out a lot. Might it be on your Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, DeviantArt, just telling your friends about it through various chats that you might be a part of. That would really help me out a lot. I would really appreciate that. Okay, I like how this is going so far. We just need to clean up this area up here. It's looking a bit grey. So we shall change things up a bit. So I'll just make this slightly darker here. A bit more brighter too. I want it to get warmer the closer it gets to her head. So for people that are watching this on YouTube, this is actually this was a live stream on my Picarto channel, where you can watch me draw live. So if you would like to watch me draw live, follow the link in the description below the video. And you will be able to do that, including talk to me live. So with Fluttershy's mane, although it's really smooth in the show, I've drawn her a few times, but never for my actual portfolio work. So for her mane, I like to keep it kind of softer than the show has it. I don't really, like, I love the show, don't get me wrong, but the style of it, I just cannot draw in that style at all. So as you can see, when I start the colouring stages, things get really messy. Even the line work starts to kind of get lost a bit. Messy is fun, yes it is, but it's just the way I prefer to work. If I try to keep things too tidy, I get really stressed out to the point where I don't want to draw anymore. So I promised myself that I would never let that happen again. So I'm just going with the messy kind of style. My favourite character from the show is actually Pinkie Pie. During the sketch, if you guys watch the videos on YouTube, in the earlier sketches, she looked a bit like Rarity to start with the way that the hair was flowing. So I'm glad she doesn't look like Rarity anymore. Although that wouldn't be a bad thing, don't get me wrong, but it's Fluttershy that I'm drawing, not Rarity. So yeah. So here's the finished drawing of Fluttershy from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I hope this video was insightful and helpful to some of you. If you are interested in buying this print and more, you can do so by checking out my Etsy shop, which is in the description below, along with my DeviantArt gallery and links to other places you can find my artwork. This video was a recorded live stream on Picarto TV, and if you'd like to join a future live stream where you can watch me draw live and chat to me live, you can do so by following the link to my Picarto channel below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, where I post updates on when the next live stream will be, and if you subscribe to my Picarto channel, you will receive an email notifying you of when I go live. So in closing, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Mad Munchkin. Stay creative. Bye! Hey, thanks for watching this video, and before you go, don't forget to show your support by hitting that like button. That will help me out a lot. Or if you really liked this video, check out some of my other stuff I've done. And hey, go ahead and subscribe too if you want. You can also show your support by supporting me on Patreon, Facebook, Twitter, or you can also check out my DeviantArt page for my artworks, as well as find out how you can buy my artwork and even get some commissioned work too. Thanks for watching, see you again soon.